Okay, hey guys, it's me D again, and today we'll be doing some landscaping for Blackwood. I hope you guys know how in pain I am right now. I'm tired. I went to sleep at about 6 AM this morning, and for some fucked up reason, I woke up at 9 AM. Gotten 3 hours sleep for some reason. I'm feeling it now, so I'm really tired, and I'm just gonna landscape until I drop. So I've got a big disgusting cup of coffee in front of me right now to keep me sort of sustained. Oh god, it tastes so bad. And sorry. There's a lot of people looking at me to do another stream. A lot of people were writing saying, you know, where's that dirty, disgusting Irish midget? We want to laugh at him. And here I am. Okay, so. Oh. So, for this stream, I thought we would start working on, not start, I've actually started this week. Fort Telman, which is an Imperial fort that I think you get the Bloodworm helm from. I think it's a quest in the Arcane University, you do. But that's what we're working on. I've done quite a lot of work on it so far, and so I think I'm just going to work on the area around it. So question. AD just got a question. I haven't been involved in the mod too much. With this mod, are you going to be able to go from Serial to Skyrim in one save game? Unfortunately not, since they take place in 2 different time periods, with Oblivion being 200 years prior to Skyrim. So, I mean, you could find a way to do it with console commands, if you so did it, but right. Element. Tell me if voice is too loud, music's too low, like that. Streamer's too fucking annoying. I can't do anything about the last one. That was... Okay, so this is the work that's been done on Fort Telman. Or I hope I can. My character is a time skill. I mean, that's actually a pretty good idea for like role playing if you want to play a character. You know, maybe just use console commands, and then I don't know if you want to try and make your character look slightly young. I don't know if vampires show age. The audio is cutting in and out, and it's kind of making it hard to understand you. Do you know why? It's because I have a noise gate, and I don't sit close enough to the mic, so it's my fault, and I just gotta talk louder. Ugh. But I just walked in and asked me to put train spotting on a E4. Glossy. Yeah, the audio cutting in and out is just me not talking loud enough, so that's what I have to do. I have to keep reminding myself talk louder, or you have to keep reminding me to talk louder because I'm about a few hours away from death of exhaustion. So you're just gonna have to keep reminding me. So not only is my voice shutting down, so are different parts of my body. So yeah. Music's a bit low. Turn up the tiniest little bit. No, he asked me to put Train Spotting 2 on his tablet device. He doesn't knock. Okay, so yeah, this is Fort Telman. This is the work I've been doing on the front. Previously, in original Oblivion, this tower here on the right wasn't here. It was just this lone fort here, and I decided just to make it look a bit bigger, you know, a bit more interesting. So I decided to add that on, and then decided to use it as a way of actually the player getting into the fort, because I thought, you know, always add like a bit of a challenge every once in a while to even the most, well, add a bit of challenge to things that usually get mundane, which is even going into a fort. We're trying to make them a bit more varied and exciting. So this one, you know, the player would come across it, you know, think, oh, it's just a fort. Go up here only to discover that been blocked off. Goes the speech. So I thought about adding another entrance, a way the player has to get around that. And by doing so, I suppose it's a spoiler for you guys watching, but not really a spoiler. Telling you how you get in, which is using the rubble in this crack in the wall to get up here, letting you get in. And obviously there will be bandits in this part. And I've tested out, the player can't get through this crack. I was a bit worried about the collision, so I was. Because some models don't have the best ones, especially Oblivion models. And just some other things from the river here. And if you come from that direction, you might see like a sort of balcony up here, but there's no entrance. There's no like doorway outwards. So, you know, there should be a way in. And obviously I'm gonna put something here to drinking coffee just gives me the worst fucking wind ever. I also hate drinking coffee. So yeah, I'm gonna put something here on this balcony to give the player some reason to, you know, come over here. So you're probably wondering how the player gets here. I decided to set it up to make it look like originally, because as you can see, the top here, you know, the fort was a bit taller, but its parts have fallen down. I've yet to add, you know, evidence of that around. That's what I'll eventually do. But, you know, this ladder was how they got down, and it's the part broken off. So that's obviously not how the player gets down to it now. And just these little archways here is actually how the player gets to it. The player comes up these steps, and then you can jump over here. I've tested this, by the way, it works. Jump over here, and you can jump over here, and then you can jump into this little part here. Can't get back up, you can just go around again if you want to, if you have the patience. But I kind of like making players go out of the way. Out of their way to acquire stuff. And I do believe this fort does have an amulet that, I can't remember what type of amulet it is. It's a enchanted amulet, and little bit worried because I can't seem to find it. I thought it was in this chest here. I didn't have this chest, by the way. This came in the original game. Not too sure if the... I think that's... It might be it, actually. But, yeah, it might be it, so that's where I'm moving it to. Because I'm an evil asshole and I like to... I'll probably add other things. But you know, I like to think it has a bit of a practical usage as well. You know, you would add maybe 2 guards or maybe just the one, speaking of which. Guards get tired when they're on watch, so they'll probably want to see it. But yeah, maybe 1 or 2 guards here on watch at night times. So that's some work I've done on that element. But yeah, so I started doing some work around the area as well. As you can see, all the objects are still in the sky. There's so much work to do. So much work, so many impatient fans. Okay, you can still see the music. Yeah, you can. It's just easier, so you're wondering what track's playing and everything. It's in the bottom left. And see, I'm trying to remember what I showed my last stream. I can't quite remember. It was a month ago. I don't know if any of you were here for my last stream, but I'm not too sure. Another area here I've been working on. This is the Drunken Dragon Inn. So it is. Now, as you can see, the floating objects in the sky are not as high. This is because we're a little bit more north. So we are. So, you know, I've not made the land all the same elevation. So because it's just too noticeable to the player. It just looks too unrealistic, you know. Nature doesn't build things in straight lines or flat surfaces. It brings up and down and chaotic. So towards north, the land starts to go up a bit more. I just noticed a lonely dragonborn here underneath the... I was using him as a scale reference. And there are so many more throughout that I need to remember to take. So this is the Drunken Dragon Inn. It's not entirely... It's not vastly different from what it originally looked like. I don't know if any of you remember it from Oblivion originally. But... yeah, it's not too different. It had this same sort of layout. Only I've lowered it. But the thing I have added is... this little farmhouse here, and it got me thinking, you know, is every single owner of an inn in Cyrodiil, is every woman who owns an inn single? Is every man who owns an inn single? You know, maybe one of the people who owns an inn has a family as well, and if so, you know, I seriously doubt the entire family's gonna sleep on a sleeping bag behind the bar, you know? So I think, you know, the owner of the inn would have a family and they would stay elsewhere, which is outside here. Also, I sort of envisioned this inn to be a sort of last sort of luxury at this part of Blackwood, because if you go any more south, then you get closer to Blackwood. Well, you go into Blackwood and you get closer to Black Marsh, which isn't, you know, quite hostile for a number of reasons. So, you know, this would be the sort of place where you would stay and recoup before you go into any adventuring. And this is a Tatar? Never... No, Tatar. I think this Iliad Ruin is part of the Blackwood Company quest. What is? This has been changed a little bit as well. I decided to put it up on this hill. What's the budget? Fuck all, dude. We ain't getting paid, we don't got no money. The budget is a big gaping zero. Budget is. Okay, right. There's other stuff I can show you that I've done some work on. Yeah, I'm Northern Irish. These are supposed to be, obviously these are polymer, but they're just placeholders for the goblins, which, if you keep up with the streams, you know they're being worked on. Get these this grot. I think this is a problem. This here, the grass coming out on the path is a problem caused by the fact that Oblivion allowed more landscape texture layers than Skyrim does. So when this happened, errors. Whenever we ported everything over, errors galore. Do you have a rough overview of how much is left to do before completion? Everything. Everything. Well, that being said, like I think we are working at a pretty damn good rate. So we are. Like, I think even in this past week, we've gotten like 2 or 3 more volunteers. May not sound like a lot, but whenever compared to what how many people there used to be, I mean, we are. I think we were talking about it. We're like the, you know, size of like a, you know, a decent sized dev team, not even like an indie studio, like a decent sized small dev team. All of those people, at least most of them, are people passionate about this project, so they are. Is this Jamp mod going to be a pure conversion of Oblivion to Skyrim engine, or will there also be some improvements to quests and mechanics as well? I think what we want to do is, if anything was better in Skyrim than it was in Oblivion, then we'll keep the Skyrim mechanics. If anything was better in Oblivion, and then, well, if anything was better in Oblivion than it was in Skyrim, then we'll try and do our best to change it to be more like Oblivion's mechanics, while at the same time, a lot of things being optional, you know. But things like fighting, I do believe we're trying to do some work on the player being able to use magic on a separate button. You know, like in Oblivion. In Oblivion, the player could have had a sword in one hand and a shield in the other, and you still used magic. You know, it made being a battle mage very easy. Or at least not easy, just very possible to do. We're definitely trying to work on that, so we would like to get that in. So yeah, mechanics like that, I hope, get put in. There are a ton of work though from the wizards, as we call them, the script guys. I don't know about improvement to quests. Fix. Pretty sure, you know, nav meshes have been improved in Skyrim's engine, so maybe they'll be better with the quests, you know, with followers and stuff. But I don't know if we're actually adding any extra content. I know I haven't actually moved my screen in a while. I'm just talking shit right now. Right. Actually do. Oh yeah, I still have some. See, it sucks whenever I have to do a stream. Like even like doing a stream a couple of days after Clef J does a stream is just so unfair, because like it's a fucking tough act to follow, you know? You see Buthea's shrine he did? Jesus, look at mine. Mine's not done yet, by the way. Okay. Not fucking done yet. In fact, I might scrap this entire thing after looking at Clef J's Buthea's shrine. You know? He just put his fucking shrine on the table and say, look at that thing. You know? Look at my just pathetic, shriveled little shrine. I gotta do better. You know? A little bit of that healthy, competitive competition as well. I suppose there are other things taken into account for how the shrine should look, you know. Who is it the shrine of, and you know, Nocturnal obviously doesn't strike me as the type of shrine that would be in your face and everyone look at me sort of thing. Yes, this will be available on the special edition of Skyrim after we release on the legendary edition, because we're still waiting on, as are a lot of people, still waiting on Skyrim script extender for 64-bit. Skyblivion playable, or should it's not playable? It's not even downloadable. Like the version I have is just for me to test how my landscape looks. There's no I don't even think there's voice acting in my version. See, every developer, as you might have seen on Rebel's stream and Kyle's stream, he has a very well put together version. I even think he has like some quests playable. Mine has like nothing, no quests. There's NPCs, but you can't talk to them or anything like that. Yep. It'll become the specialist. I was actually doing work on this last night. Thought about it, but might come back to it. I don't like going ahead and working on things I don't really have plans for. But I do have plans for. I know I said I was going to work on Fort Telman, but a lot has already been done on that, and Jesus, how do I manage to get lost in my own area? Right, looks good. Thanks. It's not when you're done. Where the fuck is my river? Here it is. Okay, this is what I was working on. Actually, this is what I was working on. I was enjoying working on it. Where is it? Don't tell me I lost them. Oh, here we are. Just didn't load in. Okay. How are you able to make a whole new game using the Skyrim base game? Well, I suppose, like, you know, Skyrim's very moddable. Extremely moddable. To a certain extent. But, yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We're just making a mod on a very, very large scale. Like, for instance, now I don't know how the tech wizards did it, because we didn't go to like here. We didn't go to world spaces and like new and then just start landscaping Cyrodiil. That's not the way it worked out. Tech wizards find a way to, that's what we call them. Tech wizards find a way to actually port everything, the landscape, the NPCs, the models, textures and everything into Skyrim's engine in just one big go. Maybe several go. But yeah. Man, we're just building on top of it. Can you do something about the moon boot gravity Oblivion have? Well, this is in Skyrim's engine, so it's gonna have Skyrim's gravity, if you like that or not. How's the mod going to be installed? It will have its own installer, so it will, where it will detect your Oblivion installation and then port things over to your Skyrim installation. So it will. If you don't have Oblivion, then it'll just not work. And then you'll be able to launch it, just like you launched Skyrim. You'll just have mod enabled. More like a mod than it is like Enderall. Enderall had its own launcher, had its own installation. So yeah, it's just more like a standard. I need to just go to the menu and start a new game. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I noticed this is gonna be like a river. What I noticed about a lot of rivers in swamps is, well, they're just lush as hell. So there's like bushes and, well, shrubs as you call them, just gonna be, you know, lined up on the coast. There are. Obviously certain things will have to be maybe dialed down if performance is affected. Do you know what the alchemy system will be like? No, I'm not too sure myself at this minute if it's... Let's install or create an archive so we can. Not too sure. I don't know if we've begun. Well, we haven't finished the game yet, so it wouldn't make sense for us to start work on the installer. So I'm still not sure on how it will work. I'm not one of the tech guys. Is that over there? Oh yeah, I remember this. This is an area I was working on. I remember placing this crashed cart. This is before I flattened the entire land. So I did. If anyone ever watched my really early streams, I remember I gave this skeleton a cock and balls as a joke. I only got to deleting them like yesterday. I kept forgetting. So a skeleton with a cock and balls made of 2 cabbages and a carrot nearly made it into the game. Right. Are we lowering something? Because I'd like to make this part heavily forest. It's this part here. It's marshy over here. Should be someplace on the map that's an open field. Horses? Well, I know we're going to be making sure there's a lot more farms around the Imperial City area, because it just makes sense. No, farms would be around that area, supplying it with food and stuff. That's cool. I'll have this mushroom. Oh, it happens, right? I'm also glad you guys are keeping the colors of the original game. Oh yeah, Stade is the guy doing the weathers, and he's doing such an amazing job of making the game so, you know, vibrant as Oblivion did. Nice little sunset lighting. Because simply put, it's not, you know, we're not in Skyrim anymore. There's a cave nearby I was working on. I've done like a decent bit of work on this cave before finding out that it wasn't attached to any sort of quest. It was just a random cave the player could explore. That was it there. I actually kind of like it. I just did this in the spur of the moment kind of thing. This cave here. In my opinion, not enough caves in Oblivion actually went into the ground, sort of. You know? Too many stuck up, and then what did make sense was the one example here. This is like the entrance to those caves. They would have been placed up like that, and the player would go in and it would load the interior, but then there would be like a straight hallway just going like this that would have went way beyond the rock, and the player should have been able to see it. It was kind of annoying. How much time did you spend on this little area here? Honest to God, this was like maybe half an hour. I don't know, I was just kind of in the zone yesterday because, well, I had slept. The brain today isn't working. I like this little rock formation going here. Doesn't make sense, these two, like, the player being like these two big rocks just being here. Yeah. Open cities. I don't think open cities are going to be in it. I mean, chances are someone will make a mod that'll make the cities open, but I think the problem is not everyone has the same specifications of computer. Some people have very low spec computers, so if, you know, if we have it default that the cities are open, it's gonna be very taxing on some people's systems, and someone would have to make a mod that adds them to their own world space. So I think it's just best to do that. Yeah, we're given the cities facelift eventually. Leywin actually is gonna be getting some drastic change out of necessity, really. See if I can find you a picture here. It's yeah. Here we are. Now this isn't what Leywin looked like in Oblivion, but this was a concept art made for Oblivion for Leywin. Now, as you can see, it's like it's on 3 different islands, and the city spans over the Nivene River, I think. And the river, realize that I'm cutting out a lot. I just need to talk louder. The river in the picture just looks a lot wider than it is in game, which Well, it's simply put, it's just not that wide in game, and it's so narrow in the original that ships cannot get by and get up to the Imperial waterfront. So that's Leyawiin looking something like this is what we're going to do. It mightn't be 3 islands though. I'm thinking of because it's me, it has to do it. I'm thinking of just 2 islands, so maybe one. Yeah, maybe just like the island in the center there, and then this one here to the right of it. But not the segment, so, you know, I'm gonna actually have to plan that city out. Do you know what? I've never planned a city out before. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It should have been optional to have Bruma be an optional open city, especially for the old Skyrim, because it's only 32-bit and a lot of objects cause that area to slow down. You don't get the best performance in that area. Yeah, they said that they tried doing tests in a separate world space, but it didn't really change anything, so they just left it the open. It wasn't really to do with it. It was to do with loading a lot of items on screen, but not distantly. It's just a lot of items within a small area. But that's something they were able to take more advantage of for 64-bit Skyrim. I kind of like this art a lot. I'm gonna find a way. I'd like to make it look a lot more. Yeah. Sorry if I'm not going to be as talkative as I'm normally in my streams. It's just I've found that the more I talk on my streams, the less I actually do work on them, and kind of the point of me doing these streams is show you guys some work. I've noticed I do a lot more work when I'm not streaming, but I do like to keep people informed and also to show people you know, what I've been doing. And to show some of the other devs that I am in fact not sitting on my ass doing nothing. I'm instead not getting sleep, developing, like every game developer. I don't even like coffee. I'm forced to drink it. Just seem to have a little stuff. I put something there. Instead of it just being like a curve here, spot here, I might put something there. Why about energy drinks? Energy drinks, they work too well on me. Remember last time I drank an energy drink, I could hear the blood moving around my veins. That was just too much. That was just too much energy, you know. Another thing I'm gonna start sort of starting to do, actually, instead of relying on all of these objects in the sky, I might just start deleting some of them because, you know, I end up not liking it as well. Plus, look, used so many little tiny little rocks, annoying tiny little rocks, and this is too much. So I end up having to delete a lot of stuff, but I can't just marquee select and delete because sometimes there's like an important quest item that might get selected, and if I delete it, then I break everything. Why are objects in the sky? Objects are in the sky because the landscape I'm working with used to be a lot higher up, which didn't suit for Blackwood. Blackwood's supposed to be very low land, swampy, so I had to flatten the entire land. And unfortunately, when you flatten the land, the objects don't go with it. So they're all still up there. So, you know, the trees all up there, you can almost use the objects as a reference, or what's the word? They almost act as like vertexes for the shape the land used to be in. You know, you can see where it would have bumped up and went up, down, stuff like that. And I gotta delete them slash put them back down on the ground again. I drew the short straw. Well, the old area seems hilly, but the entirety of Cyrodiil seemed hilly. Yeah, I was very high up. Ridiculous. I wonder what the... I don't know about a statue. Things that make sense. I just realized I've had a window in the way of the YouTube chat so long, so I haven't seen your questions. How long have you been doing work like this, working on a game engines and 3D work, that is? I don't know, since I was like 12, 11 or 12. I don't know, I just really... It almost seemed better than games to me, making games. I don't know, I first discovered it with Morrowind's construction kit. Which it pretty much looked the exact same thing as this. Interface is very similar, just there wasn't as many features. I'm going to die before this comes out. We're actually gonna deliberately release it after we, you know, see your obituary. Oh wait. Oh no, he was a... My dog was barking like fuck, so I had to mute a second. No, I wasn't saying I've been working on this project since I was 12 because I think Oblivion had just been released. No, I just mean I've been working with, you know, 3D applications. Just toolkits like these. One thing that's definitely surprised me is I thought one thing I would have to worry about working on Skyblivion was, I don't know, some things being ruined for me. I know that doesn't really make sense since, you know, we're just making Oblivion game and it's gonna have Oblivion's same quest and stuff, so I don't know. I just thought, you know, maybe working on this project I mightn't get that same first impression magic that the players are gonna get, but then you realize, like, I'm only working on one area. I only get sort of glimpses of what the other guys are doing, the other landscapers, and then the 3D modelers, and you know, you're seeing all this great work being done on individual things, you know, but it isn't until you see these things come together into this project that is Skyblivion. And it's fucking weird, like, to go, holy fuck, we've made a game, and this feels like a game. And even with like the build that I have, that is, there's nothing really in it. Like, there's no quests, talking to NPCs or anything. Just whenever I get some of the other guys' work, just to look at for reference and stuff like that, and the land comes together, it just looks amazing. Oh yeah, the map does look ugly with that grass, but sometimes you have to turn it off just to see where you're putting things. But, grasses are going to be redone. These are all just temporary. I appreciate you for liking the stream. And I know you hear a lot of maybe YouTubers saying stuff like, you know, remember to like, it helps a lot. But in this actual instance, liking these streams and stuff really does help, because the more people that see this project, see these videos, the bigger the chance that, you know, someone with the necessary skills will see this project and will also be just as passionate about Oblivion as we are. So we will get, you know, more recruits. More recruits means more work being done. More work being done means possible earlier release date than anticipated. Because we don't have a release date yet. You won't be able to play, just like you won't be able to play as the Dragonborn in Oblivion Quest. You won't be able to play Skyblivion and Skywind as the same character. You know, so if you want to play as the Dragonborn and play in Skyrim, start a new game. If you want to play in Morrowind, play Skywind, start a new game. If you want to play Skyblivion in Cyrodiil, start a new game. Or you could always use console commands if you want and find your own clever role-playing way of explaining it. Because that's always a fun thing to do, is actually roleplay with role-playing games. A lot of people forget to do that, you know. You'll actually find people who complain about not being given a reason why they were in a prison in Oblivion, you know, but they failed to see that it's left blank, so the player can fill it in themselves. I don't know, maybe I just sound like a grump, but I feel like maybe some people are forgetting to play a role in role-playing games, especially now that certain role-playing games are getting a bit more mainstream oriented. Oh, I sound like a fucking hipster right now. I really don't mean to. How many coders do you have on the team? I can tell you we don't have enough. I'm not too sure. It's actually astounding how many developers on the Skyblivion team don't know about the Skyblivion team. I don't even know. I'm not exactly sure of the number of people who are working on it. Something like 30 to 40. Fuck, maybe it's like 50 now or something. No, I don't think it's 50. But it's pretty good size. Yeah, obviously the Elder Scrolls don't, 100% cater to proper rule now. Yeah, I'm from Northern Ireland. Right. More trees can help either. Never go wrong with a bit of British. I can barely tell this guy's accent. Go take a guess. The description says that there will be new quests, locations, and Easter eggs. In relation to the new quests, there are some quests that Northern Europe. Maybe, sort of. I could be from Northern Europe. The quests, I believe there are some quests that were in Oblivion, like they were in the game files, but not actually in the game. They were never put into the game, but they were there, ready to be placed in the game, but cancelled for some reason or just taken out. So we have the ability just to put them back in, like voice acting and everything, not from us, but from the original. And locations. Locations, well, I think that's in relation to the fact that we're making the existing locations a lot more enhanced looking. So we are. And as for the Easter eggs, we actually have a little discussion board, and I think we have a Google document where we just sort of put ideas in every once in a while, and people will look at them. We don't want to be too obvious with Easter eggs, obviously. I suppose I can give an example of one I sort of pitched. If you remember. See if I can get it up here. Here is a map that we use. This is a map that we use for, well, I use it to help me know where I am. But, Cropsford, is it? Might be Cropsford. I believe it's Cropsford. Let's see. Yeah. So, that's the quest where you you clear a cave. I cannot talk right now. You clear a cave of goblins, I believe. So you can help these villagers build this village. This little settlement gets built over time, and for like a few days of the quest. I went way off track with it. Oh yeah, Easter egg. So, my idea for an Easter egg was to have an NPC found dead nearby in the forest, called something like Lord Garvey, and he's carrying a letter that he was going to send to some Imperial Legion watch, saying that a settlement was in need of help. Just like a little Easter egg like that. He may be Dutch, he may be. Maybe. He may not be as well. Don't tell him. I want him to figure it out. Trees, yeah. Why does it take me so fucking long to do? It's because you guys keep distracting me, it's your fault. Oh, I didn't know we had that. It's so nice. I'm gonna put that everywhere. Honestly, did not know we have that. Which Mayik are we getting? The one that lies? Not much developing. Well, you notice when the streamer engages with the chat more, the less gets done, you know? I really have to stop fucking looking at the comments and the questions and stuff if I want to get some fucking work done. But I suppose, you know, I just want you guys to know that, like, this is not the rate that I work at. It's much faster, much more gets done. You know, for crying out loud, this little area here took me like 20 minutes yesterday, and that was because I wasn't streaming. I wasn't talking to people. You know? This is why I sucked at school, because when there's people there, I talk, and when I talk, I don't do work. This is why I work better alone. So, a lot of these trees can't be used in Blackwood because it's not suitable. You already have a snow gum tree right next to it. It's Oblivion in Skyrim's engine, including all of the quests, the armors, the NPCs, setting, Cyrodiil, the time period, the third era, 433, year of Akatosh. Okay, I'll shut up now, maybe. No, don't shut up. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Where am I from? Don't. If you know the answer, don't say. I love watching him squirm. If any of you here watch the streams quite often, you now notice how unorthodox I am compared to the rest of the streamers. The rest of the streamers are so much more professional compared to me. Three people dislike, well, they're entitled to their opinion to be wrong, you know? Right. Trees, what trees? Oh yeah, I'll get one of these motherfuckers. See, that's the problem when landscaping. The human brain is very good at unconsciously being able to detect patterns and duplicates of things. So, you know, if I put a tree here and literally copy this and put it here, you know, you're gonna see the exact same pattern. So I would do something like, you know, do it a bit, you know, change the size, change it smaller, something like that, you know? Just make it a bit more, oh, make it a little bit less noticeable. Although, Humpy, if you know where I'm from, like, you're the only one I was looking to guess. Make Oblivion and Skyrim in Morrowind's engine. Right, hold my fucking beer. Actually, Someone's doing that. Well, at least someone is doing making Cyrodiil in Morrowind's engine. I know that for sure. He sounds more Irish. Well, joke's on you. I'm actually fucking Jamaican, so, you know. I think this tree here, this, what is this? Cypress, is one of the trees that needs redone. Sorry, it is one of the trees that needs redone. It's dated. So it is. Things sort of look cheap there. It doesn't look as good when it's like that, but once you turn on the grasses, no. And the grasses do a good job of also covering any tiling with the land textures. Sea of yeah, Belfast, that's where I'm from. Mangrove trees for the swamps? Is that a thing in Skyrim? Okay, I'm gonna start looking for shrubs. Now that he says he does, what? No. Wants the green a bit more. Yeah, that's a bit better. I really need to do what hey, at what rate do our applications looked at? Fucking immediately. Actually, serious, I'm pretty sure we get through applications very quickly because we're always so excited to get more people on board if they have the skills, because it's more people that can help, you know? So yeah, if you've applied, expect word back, you know, quickly. I think when I applied, I got word back within like 2 hours. See if I some of this. Well, I've had my application put up since July. Should have definitely heard back from us. if you don't have any experience, you can still join the team. You can join as cheerleaders. And when you do that, you actually get sent like a cheerleader outfit. And we make you walk around town, like, you know, with the cheerleading things that they have in their hand. I'm not even fucking joking, we do that to people. That's how we advertise. So, you know, if you don't have any dignity, you can help us out that way. Hey, can you show Cheydinhal? It's the best city in Tamriel. I could if I wanted to, but I don't. And number two, always open. No, I don't have any of the other guys' plugins. Plus, no work has been done on Cheydinhal, so the Cheydinhal that I would show you would literally be the exact same thing from Oblivion. So it hasn't been updated to look new, enhanced. What modding or game making background do you have? I've made a few sort of landscaping mods for Oblivion. I made a dive rock cave mod for Oblivion. I made the hero hill mod for Oblivion. Most of them are for Oblivion. So they are. What other cities have been worked on? I don't believe we've actually started work on cities. Well, we're just starting on exteriors right now. So we're starting on landscapes, and then I believe we'll then go to cities, exteriors of cities, and then working on the interiors of cities. And then after that, I think we'll begin work on landscaping the Oblivion gates. The inside of the Oblivion gates, and they definitely need work. If you didn't know this, there are over 100 possible Oblivion gates in Oblivion, the game. Obviously, not all 100 of them spawn in the game. Throughout the main quest, percentages, or at least the percentages of the quantity of them that can spawn change throughout the main quest. But despite that, there's supposed to be 100 Oblivion gates that can open up throughout Cyrodiil. Unfortunately, there are only 7 like planes of Oblivion that were made for Oblivion. So, you know, that's 7 planes of Oblivion to go around 100. So, you know, if you ever remember playing Oblivion, and you remember going into an Oblivion gate, looking around the realm and thinking, you know what, I could have sworn I've been in this one before. It's because you have. There were only 7 to go around 100 Oblivion gates. So that's definitely one of the things we're going to be working on, is making a lot more Oblivion realms to go with these high number of Oblivion gates, and as well as that, making them look, you know, just as good as we're making the landscape look, you know. Because we just love creating work for ourselves, you know. Keys, I love you. Well, you're the first one. Okay. Oh, and then obviously after we do the Oblivion gates, then we're gonna, you know, go straight into Shivering Isles. And the thing about Shivering Isles is, obviously, Cyrodiil needed a lot more work done on it. Because it just looked sort of, you know, plain and bland. So we needed to do some work on it. But the Shivering Isles, on the other hand, I still remember them looking very interesting. They were very just so alien looking. Or it reminded me more of Morrowind, the realm of mania and dementia. So I don't think we're gonna have as much work to do on Shivering Isles. Thanks. We can't accept donations. Trust me, if we accepted donations, not only would we be in trouble, but I personally would just be wasting the money on pizza, and I would be the size of a fucking house right now. Because since I'm a game developer, I don't my own food. I just eat straight out of the can or the microwave. See, there I go. I ran off on another rant and I've done nothing. But yeah, I don't think I will delete a lot of the these floating objects in the sky because they do actually kind of help me on top of those. Do you put trees and shrubs in places from memory, or do you have Oblivion open in another window or monitor? No, we have a lot of freedom to work as we please. You know, it's not like we're told to place this exact rock at this exact place, you know. So, you know, we can move stuff if we want. So, yeah, I just do this on the spot. There's no real memory or anything. Dude, do you think I'm organized? Can someone check how long we've been streaming for? $1:30. Oh yeah, I forgot I was working on this area. There we are. That is. I might raise this up actually. Hmm. There's a reason why you lead straight into a lake. Boxers. Do I like pineapple on my pizza? Fuck no, dude. I like my pizza nonsense free. No pineapple, dude. I like meat feast. That's where pizza's at. That's what a fucking pizza is. No, pineapple shit for me. And let the pizza debate begin. I feel like floating rocks should be the final thing. Well, I can assure you that there's probably some I'm gonna miss in, like, you know, on the release. So there'll be like a very large amount of bug fixing. Oh fuck no, I don't like mushrooms on my pizza either. It's fucking fungus, dude. I don't eat fungus. After this mod is completed, can it still be enhanced by other graphical mods and overhauls? This mod is gonna have its own Nexus page. So it's gonna have, you know, the Skyblivion Nexus page, so there'll be people making, you know, their own mods for it. You know? So it, well, you know, not only will it be a mod, it's a moddable mod. Don't fucking say it, by the way. Someone's gonna fucking say it. The resolutions of all the textures, I believe, are being done at like a base of 4K. So it is. So, oh, look, someone fucking said it. Modception. So fucking stupid. Something within something? Oh, that's somethingception. Doesn't mean it's something within something. Inception means the fucking source and birth of an idea. Just because it came from the movie Inception, Dream Within a Dream, I'm not going off on this rant. I will not go off on this rant again. I hate that fucking joke. But yeah, it'll be done at like 4K textures. But obviously, you know, you can change the resolution based on your specifications. Yeah, anyone saying somethingception triggers me the fuck out. It's a good movie, it's just, I hate that people say that now. It's not like... It's so easy to get me off on the rant with that fucking stupid joke people make. It's not like in the film they said a dream within a dream. Oh, it's dreamception. They never said that. Okay? I'm ending the fucking rant. And I've obviously like broken one of the main rules of like online, which is don't let people do something that triggers you. Because they will use it and they will tear you apart with it. Rather not put like a light on it. I'm fucking dying. Kind of like the key of collecting a little puddle. Maybe. Like here, maybe. Little fishing spot. Cursor jumping down with every cough because I don't let go of my mouse. It's surgically grafted to my hand. By the way, I'm normally not this insane during my streams. It's just that you ever get when you're tired and like all care of like being, you know, nice around people just goes out the window and you just don't give a shit because you're tired. That's me right now. Yeah. Not the shelf. Something. Same type of rock. Come on, rocks, you gotta work with me here. It's better when it's lit. Under the trees are all floating because that was the level at which the land used to be, and I flattened it all. This mod will be for free. We can't charge for other people's work. Well, you know, other people's intellectual property. We're still doing a fuck ton of work. Oh yay, we're onto the Morrowind soundtrack now. Speaking of which, just like you guys, I am absolutely fucking psyched to play Skyblivion. Or sorry, not Sky. Well, yes, Skyblivion as well. But Skywind in particular. I think because I'm not working on Skywind is the reason why. And because Morrowind's my favorite Elder Scrolls. So, yeah. I'm just fucking excited for it. Charge the crap out of it, make it $100, then have Bethesda suing our asses considerably more. Just wanted to have something. The Game of the Year edition of Oblivion is on Steam right now for $19.99. And if you don't have it, well, you will need it for Skyblivion. Even though Skyblivion is a mod for Skyrim, it will require Oblivion to be installed as well as its two main DLCs, Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles. I think we're working on having an optional installer for the other smaller DLCs so that you won't be required to have them. So you can just uncheck that you don't have them and they won't get put into. It will also require Skyrim's DLCs. Might necessarily look right now. Does it need the Hearthfire mode for Skyrim? It requires Skyrim's DLC, so it might need Hearthfire. It might use certain scripts and stuff from it and other resources. This is just too much shit piled on top. The thing is, if I don't think Bethesda will ever try and, you know, put a price on this project we're working on. I don't think they will. But if they were to, I think it would be something that would only be for consoles. I mean, call it the paying would be only be for consoles, because that would actually require some proper work to get it playable on consoles. And the thing is, I don't know who would be doing that work, because once it becomes paid, you know, is it us going to be doing it, or is it team? The thing is, we would like to bring it to consoles, because, you know, the more people playing it, the more people enjoying it. But I think the only way we could bring it to, especially the likes of PlayStation that has so little modding support, is Bethesda actually, you know, helped out. Thing is, this work that I'm doing on this right now might all be changed, because, like I said, I'm going on very little sleep right now, and you know, there's a chance I might go to bed and wake up tomorrow and look at the work I've done and go, Jesus, this looks like shit. I'll just, like, undo everything I did. It doesn't necessarily, at least with me, like, it doesn't matter how much work I do on something, if it looks like crap and I'm not happy with it. You know, gets the boot. Yes, I am from Northern Ireland, sir. Although my Northern Irish accent, well, I guess a little bit different than most Northern Irish accents. Not as, especially Belfast accents, it's nowhere near as thick. You don't want to hear a Belfast. Why the fuck is my phone making those sounds? I don't have any friends, so nobody talks to me, so I have no excuse to make sounds like that. Oh wait. Is it my phone? Stupid fucking tablet device. Get any technology that is on a computer. Yes, they do film a lot of Game of Thrones in Ireland. A lot of the sets are fuck up fucking tablet device. I'll bury it in the fucking pillow right now. All these fucking phones and tablet devices connect to stupid fucking Facebook and Twitter and fuck off social media, seriously. Isn't it like 7:30 in Ireland? Kind of early for sleep. Yeah, it's early. It's actually only 20 to 7, but yeah, it's early for sleep. But I haven't had any sleep, so I'm really fucking tired. But no, a coffee actually kind of helped, so yeah, I can keep going for another day or two. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, they do film Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland. Like a lot of the sets, studios and stuff are there, and like walking around Belfast City, you will, you know, on occasion see the likes of, you know, Kit Harington and Emilia Clarke just going around shopping. I do make it my business not to bother any famous person I see. You know, if I see a famous person, I'll just think to myself, cool, and keep on walking. You know, because if I was ever famous and, you know, people were coming up to me all day and asking for autographs and pictures, they're called pictures, they're not called fucking selfies or pictures. You know, I would get too tired of that. I'm too much of a fucking girl. So, yeah. How do they update the content for each other's? You mean like how do we like merge each other's work we've done? Sometimes we don't, and If you're wondering, see files like this, I save Grid 10 ESP up here. That's the ESP is the Elder Scrolls plugin file. That's basically a mod file, and when you work with when you work on a mod using only assets that are in the game, so if you make like a mod where you just add a single tree somewhere in Skyrim, it's gonna be tiny. It's only gonna be like 1 or 2 kilobyte. So, you know, when we give each other these files, these landscaping files, they're not that big. Very quick to download. Ah, yes. Monday mornings are not so bad anymore because on Monday mornings it means new episode of Game of Thrones and a new episode of Rick and Morty. I know it's out, you know, at like 10 o'clock on America on a Sunday, but that's like fucking... It's like, what, 4 in the morning here in Ireland, so we watch it the next day. So Mondays are not bad for us. At least until Game of Thrones ends till the next season, and so does Rick and Morty, and now back to crippling depression on Monday mornings. Why does something never load? Thinking about adding like something like, you know, another one of these here. Didn't turn out well. Like almost something like a natural little park. I just know that like whenever if Left J watches these streams, like he just looks at the stuff I do and goes, cute. You know, because he's just, that guy's just a fucking god of landscaping. And apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently he has not been like actually landscaping with Creation Kit that long. And as someone who's been using, you know, the construction set and the Creation Kit for a few years now, that makes me so fucking depressed that someone who's just sort of, you know, popped in is just so fucking good at it. The thing is, I would love to be able to like place like, you know, all the mountain work he does, you know, mountains here and there and stuff like that. I can't do that because the area I'm working in it's not mountainous, you know. Can someone check the uptime of the stream? Specifically Twitch, actually. It's Twitch. Check the uptime of the stream. Just because Twitch has been up. Or 6 minutes. Get that guy the fuck out of here. When you've been landscaping long enough, you can't, or when you've been looking around at Bethesda's style of landscaping long enough, you notice the things that they do. You know, they tend to put big rocks down and have these little rocks sort of, you know, orbit them. Or, like, you know, just go around them. I've noticed they do it quite a lot. I don't know if that's something they've realized that happens in actual nature or not. I'm not too sure. Hello, Riv. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Yeah, what we plan to do, we plan to make the landscape a lot more lore friendly. Not only just more lore friendly, but also more rewarding to explore, you know? This is Skyrim? No, this is Skyblivion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these mushrooms... Well, yeah, they were. These mushrooms were in Oblivion. So... Ah, god damn it, I used... Let's see... BW Monster... The mushroom is the wrong way around? What one? What mushroom satisfies you? I'm no way knowledgeable in rocks, but I would assume the small rocks just broke off and big ones. Maybe. Actually, yeah, that seems to make sense. Maybe that is a thing that happens that they've noticed. I'm very curious. This is quite a massive project, and you and your team are undertaking. Are you making a step-by-step recreation of the Oblivion map, or are you allowing yourself to take certain artistic freedom? Both is fine. I'm just. The way it works is we ported everything from Oblivion, just one big, you know, think of it as like a copy and paste into the Skyrim engine, including the landscape. So, you know, I'm not. All these trees and everything up here. Well, the landscape used to be up here, but the landscape and everything was already ported over. It looked exactly like it did in Oblivion. So yeah, we're taking some creative freedom by changing the existing landscape that was in Oblivion, and just making it a bit more lore friendly, enhanced looking. I love this Morrowind track. By the way, I'm not too sure if he's doing it or not, but he usually is scheduled to do it. Stade might be doing a lighting stream, or well, Stade might be doing a stream later on tonight. He lives in a fucked up time zone. He streams when I'm usually sleeping, on including the rest of the world sleeping. He might be doing one tonight, I'm not too sure. We hope, emphasis on the hope, for a late 20. And the thing is, you know, I think we used to think like, yeah, we sort of hope for a 2018 release, you know, like we used to think of it as like not likely in a way, but we've had such amazing talent signing up, such an amazing amount of number of recruits coming that so many people are joining. It's becoming quite a possibility, you know. So much work is being done. The ball is fucking rolling, is what I'm saying. You know, I think it would be very cool if in one of Kyle's streams he maybe worked on like a sort of little. Not that you people join these streams to look at the bar graphs and, you know, Excel spreadsheets and stuff like that, but like I would like to see sort of like a bar graph showing, or a line graph showing like the increase in like productivity and things actually being made for the past like year, because it would be quite a difference. Are you concerned at all that Bethesda may sue these projects once they're up and running proper and may have a bigger modding scene than Sky? No. Bethesda... No, they wouldn't do Something like that. People like to view Bethesda as this fucking money-hungry evil corporation. Just don't think of them like that. It's not like that. If you want, they have like given their, you know, blessing. Because if anything, you know, they're aware that this project will require. They're aware that this project will require the user to own Oblivion and its DLCs. So it, you know, they might even see that it might contribute to an increase in sales of their older games. How long have you been working on Skyblivion? Let me see. I can actually probably go to the I signed up. Yeah, okay. So I first signed up in February. That's when I first signed up. So do the math on that, because my brain isn't working right now. These stupid Cypress knees are going to be deleted. Because they're in my way, they're annoying me, they look horrible. Just see like the amount of things we drop now and there's still so much sky. It's a never ending night. Huh? In my nightmares, trees and rocks float. Thing is, even now, I'm still at like, in terms of all that flattening I had to do with the land, that's mostly done. I still have to do a little bit of work on the eastern hills. The border of Blackwood and Black Marsh. So that's the work I was doing for quite a few weeks, and let me tell you, it was not quite boring. So it was, but the stage I'm at now, it can get a little more entertaining. I can do a little bit more actual landscaping now, but even then, you know, the different passes we do for landscaping, personally, I think they get more fun. The more into detail we can go, the more fun it gets. But as for what I'm doing now, which is just like lowering all these trees and rocks in the arse. I have to change the way I pronounce some words for you guys, because I know my accent has very broad vowels, as you guys say. I just assume most of you are American. Yeah, that's right. I recently started listening to the Harry Potter 1 game soundtrack, which is also done by Jeremy Soule, who does the Elder Scrolls soundtracks, and it is astounding how similar it is to Morrowind's soundtrack. So if you definitely like Morrowind's soundtrack, give the Philosopher's Stone a listen. Alvaro Gomez. I never liked Morrowind that much. To be honest, I never liked you that much. Me too. Only joking. Is Skyrim just as public as Skyblivion? I've noticed a lot of people tend to ask me the question of what happened to Skywind, as in like, did they stop working on it and stuff like that? And really, they just don't stream as much as us, because maybe they're smart and they realize that idiots like me don't work as well when we're busy streaming trying to entertain. So they just don't stream as much, that's it. But rest assured, they do stream, and the work they've done is just fucking astounding. A Skywind update? Well, there was actually, if you're on the Skywind Discord, you can actually see when they live stream, because they do live streams as well, just not as often as us. And they had one quite recently. I can see more. Don't worry, mate, you're not entertaining us at all. Oh, you can fuck off! I think Morrowind went way too much to the sci-fi side. Did we play the same game, dude? If I yawn one more time, my jaw's gonna fall off. A lot of people working on Skywind also stream from their own accounts, so you don't see as many. That's okay. Actually, wasn't. Yeah, probably. I think some people sometimes stream like Skyblivion stuff on their own accounts, but most of us just stream here because we like to keep it on the one account just for simplicity's sake. The those that I need to do work on. I've been working on. Part the player can explore up here. Where does it lead to? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. It's a lot of work I need. I think I just need to take like several afternoons to lure even more stuff, because I show you this is where I am right now, is a lot closer to the bottom, the coast, and this is where I started work on first. See, there's no floating objects in the sky because I've lowered them all. At least I think I lowered them all, or maybe I just went insane and deleted it. Still, a lot leads. I'm not too sure if that many Skyblivion developers stream on their own accounts. At least a very small amount do. Most of them, if not all of them, are on this channel, which is Kyle's channel. I think from now on I'm gonna get Kyle to change the title of these videos to, instead of Blackwood landscaping with DKs, it's answering and shitting on the fans with, in brackets, a tiny little bit of landscape. Seems to be what I do. It does, yeah, but the thing is, it does sort of take away my workflow speed, but the thing is, I only stream for a few hours, once every fortnight, you know, and I work on this every day, and I work on this for maybe about 5-6 hours every day. See, you're starting to get a bit of a sense of how, you know, static my life is. So, you know, these streams are almost like a bit of a break for me. So they are. And I kind of like doing these, even if I don't do that much work in them, because I get to show you the work that I do get done. Get to update. Arxie, if you want to change that, go for it, dude. I mean, you notice the difference between me and Clef streaming. Clef comes in every, you know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes and comes in with that fucking ultra Barry White style smooth fucking jazz voice of his and just makes people quiver with his voice every, you know, 15 minutes and then goes silent again and just starts back to landscaping. Meanwhile, I don't shut the fuck up because I never learned to. I actually, yeah, I also wouldn't mind watching Gopher play this mod when it comes out. And I actually wouldn't mind doing a little developer playthrough myself. I've started Bruma. So I did. You're just as good as Sir Clef. That's a fucking lie if I've ever seen one. Definitely do. Very sparse. I don't think I did that much delete. Danny? Need to get some waves as well coming in. Here, the waves from the Dragonborn DLC. What? I have the object window. Switch back and forth every once. Does anyone else fucking love this soundtrack? Like, fucking Takeshi Furukawa, you fucking genius. Amazing music. I'm looking at both chats. I've got YouTube and Twitch chat opened. Oh, that's... Someone else? Oh, the lighting's turned off right now. I can turn it on like that. Although there are still some things that don't load in CK that do. Game. I like Hey, just wanted to point out how a great job you guys are doing. Thank you. I'm actually starting to forget how to read right now. Turns out that you cannot actually survive, at least I can't, on a minimum of 3 hours sleep a night. I just can't. I'm sure I'm not an expert on how to actually get light up properly. But I do want some natural light caused by certain plant life. Just to light some parts up at night. Oh god. Forgot I placed all these little tiny rocks. There is actually no... Like instead of me. Better looking down there. There are way too many rocks. Obnoxious. What are you going to do with the textures of the Oblivion gates? Did you guys already design new textures for them? What I want, although it's not the job that I would do, but what I wanted was, especially the effect here that the Oblivion gate has, the effect that you walk through, or the player is supposed to walk through. I wanted it to actually show the plane of Oblivion on the other side. So I did. You know, to use like a... Oh god, I cannot remember the term for it. It's like a sort of 3D parallax sort of texture. Gives the effect that you're looking at something 3D, but it's, you know, on a 2D object. Not a normal map, by the way. But I want it to look like, you know, the player, if the player walked around and turned around, rotated, it would almost look like he's looking into that plane of Oblivion. But something, you know, that comes across more is like showing, you know, that this is a portal rather than just like a tinted glass stained window. But like it. Not as much when I turn it on. Or another. Yeah. So I'm gonna completely remove these, like, that spiral of rocks. Replace them with something much better looking. But I do want to keep the same sort of layout. It's sort of a hideout. Player can boot. What does that book say? I'm not gonna tell. I wrote a little something in that book. Read it when. I also haven't finished writing. Yeah, the mic keeps cutting out because I'm not talking loud enough. I need to keep fucking remembering to talk loud enough. Bear with me. I am actually falling asleep at the computer here, well, at the same time. Loading puddles. Oh yeah, forgot about these. I almost forgot about this. By the way, don't worry if you can't, like, hear stuff that I'm saying, because a lot of the bullshit that I say is just me talking to myself. It's not me talking to you. So don't worry. But I've moved the mic a little closer to me. Also, another problem, you might, at parts you might think the mic's cutting out, but it's actually my speech as well. Sometimes I can't even formulate a proper sentence, so I have to, like, cut myself off mid-sentence to figure out what's the next word I'm gonna say. That's a little place we could maybe put some skeletons. Yeah, totally. Yeah, my mic may feel at times, but the soundtrack is there to just, you know, fill in the blanks. I actually, this cemetery, these little gravestones here weren't here before I placed them here because I thought maybe, you know, there might have been some like deaths and losses of life for the Imperial soldiers who were, you know, stationed at many of the forts throughout Cyrodiil. So I thought maybe, you know, there's bound to be like some men who died and like maybe they just put a little graveyard next to it. Yes, I'm doing the Blackwood landscaping, so I am, which is just on the border of Black Marsh. Or okay, right guys, I think I'm gonna leave it here because I'm no use to you right now, being this exhausted. So, yeah, remember we've got our Discord page. You can sign up there, join the community chat, and you also get notifications and stuff of little updates, weapon mod, or not weapon mods, weapons that are being worked on, armor, different parts and stuff like that. Just, it's good for the updates. Definitely like these videos because it really helps people see them, and also gets more potential recruits coming along, getting this mod pumped out quicker. So it is. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm actually putting up my fucking foul mouth. And chances are I will see you. I might see you guys a little bit earlier. I usually do this every second Saturday, because that's when I have decent internet. And yeah. Bye.